On February 2016, Boston Police Operations Division received a 911 call for a person shot in the basement of 107 Devon Street, Dorchester. Detectives Coyne immediately proceeded to the area, along with police officers Lee, Taylor, and MacPherson. Upon arrival, Detective Coyne observed a man, later identified as Peter Fanfan, assisting a second male who appeared to be wounded and walking toward a waiting motor vehicle. When Detective Coyne announced his presence, suspect Peter Fanfan, without warning or provocation, produced a firearm and opened fire on Detective Coyne. Officers Lee, Taylor, and MacPherson arrived on that scene and observed the suspect shooting at Detective Coyne. The suspect ignored the officer's verbal commands to drop the gun and instead discharged his firearm in the direction of Officers Lee, MacPherson, and Taylor. In response to Fanfan's use of deadly force and his ignoring verbal commands to drop the gun, officers were now forced to return fire in order to stop Fanfan's violent attack towards them. Fanfan was struck and mortally wounded. The officers, without regard for their own well-being, immediately secured the male that Detective Coyne initially observed being assisted by Fanfan, now confirming he'd been shot in the face. The officers were able to safely order the driver of what would turn out to be a getaway car to stop and take him into custody. Simultaneously, the officers immediately requested medical assistance for the fallen suspect, later identified as Robert Williams. The officers kept their composure and secured all the people and evidence at that scene until additional officers arrived. It was later determined that Fanfan had just shot another man while committing an armed home invasion just moments before the officers encountered him. Detective James Coyne and police officers MacPherson, Lee, Taylor immediately responded to an extremely dangerous situation and were able to stop an incredibly dangerous felon who was shooting at them. The command of their training and professional attitude allowed them to stop this gun attack without injuring any other person other than the attacker, and the officers were able to secure that scene, recover the firearm, and secure two other suspects, as well as request medical attention for the two people who were shot.